Today we're going to speak about the Flip 3.1 product by Backscatter. Backscatter is a company which provides video, photo, dive gears, some rentals. They have lights, they have hardware, they have everything. And on Tuesday I purchased the Flip 3.1 from Amazon from the person or company named Dive Seekers. They're selling a few dive products through Amazon. I purchased this one at Tuesday. Today it's Friday and it arrived early today actually. So really fast delivery from UK, DHL, and yeah. We're going to have a look at the package and what it contains. The price of it was 134 euros. It's the combo pack, so it comes with 3 different filters. It comes with a shallow, it comes with a dive, and the deep. Whereas the shallow is best for usually snorkeling, such. It's 5 to 20 feet is recommendations, which is 1.5 to 6 meters. Then you have the dive filter, which is 20 to 50 feet, same as 6 to 15 meters, and that one is all around diving depths. And then whenever you exceed 50 feet or 50 meter and below, then you have the deep filter, which is the red filter. That was the best when visibility is great down deep. So the combo pack comes with the side flip and the top flip, which will give you the possibility to have 2 filters on at the same time. You can't use both of them at the same time, but you can flip down the top one, and whenever you want to switch to another one, you can have 2 filters at the same time. Then you can flip the side one on, or the opposite. And then you have the possibility to add the threaded 5 to 5 millimeter polarizer ring, which will take any polarized filter, such as macro close-up, graduated neutral density, or any 55 millimeter UV filter, for instance. Just an example, we have this one. It's made by Anderson, company in Sweden. Just a completely regular 55 millimeter UV filter, nothing, completely glass. So just as an example, this one would be able to put on the same 55 millimeter thread. I did not order the package with the 55 millimeter thread system, but I might purchase that at a later time, depending on how much I will use my GoPro for photographing above water. At the moment I'm planning on using this mostly underwater, and then use my main camera for photography. So let's have a look at the content. I'm not really familiar with this one. I have had a look at the tutorial online, which they are providing on YouTube, which is really great actually. They have, if you just look up the product tutorial by Backscatter, and you have the installing guide, which will take you through all the steps for installing this one. So that's it. Here we go. I guess this is the mount for mounting it directly on your camera. We have a small user manual, a quick guide, a small pouch with the top mount saying unlimited filter options, going through the different type of filters you can use, such as one I just mentioned, plus green water and the top flip. Green water is usually best for using in Scandinavia or somewhere close to Scandinavia, whereas the water is usually greener than in other places, which I mostly will not need at the moment. And then you have the Allen wrenches plus a mounting screw. I'm not sure if you can see that, but tools provided as well. Here's another tool with a flip filters, a small steel thingy. Let's have a look at that later. So here's an install guide. Let's use that one too. Here's the two extra filters. Looks like the red one and perhaps the magenta one. Yeah, I think so. And here we have the Backscatter with only the side flip. Actually, this is the magenta one. So here we have the, well, let's see. Can open this. Well, yeah. So for the ones that doesn't know, whenever you're underwater filming, doing any kind of pictures or whatever, the colors are not the same as above water. Basically, as an example, whenever you go below, I think it's 5 meters, then the red, the color red, will disappear from, it's like a filter. So whenever you go below the depth of 5 meters, you need a filter, which is usually any of these colors, magenta, red or yellow, to add those colors. So as an extra one, we had the, apparently it seems like it came with a shallow. This is the original mount together with one shallow filter. And as the extra one, we have the dive and the deep. Yeah, looks good. To mount this one, I really recommend you to have a look at the video provided by Backscatter on their channel. But basically, you just flip down this one. Whoa. You flip down this one, and then you put it on your GoPro housing, and you use the Allen wrench to tighten this screw. So it's mounted firmly tight, but it's not a contest, just firmly. And then you have the side mount, convenient. And the reason for this one to being flipped down is for the measurement, just not to be able to put it too far down on the housing and then you can't close the flip. Right. Since I'm using my GoPro on my head at the moment, I can't show you or do any installation for this right now. But here's at least all the content that came with it. And as I said, this was the combo pack. So instead of only one filter, you are provided with 3 filters for all the depth needed, except the green water one, which is mostly practically in Scandinavian waters or such. Here we can see the basic, and here is the manual itself. saying install a 3mm bolt, install the hex bolt on the top of your flip 3 or flip 3-1 frame. Just get the bolt started with a few turns. Slide the top filter under the bolt. Verify the top flip is sitting flush on the top of your flip frame. Tighten bolt. And that is to install the top mount, which we have here. So basically this one goes on top. There's a small railing here. I'm not sure if you can see it. It's a small railing which goes inside the railing of your main frame. So, oh, it was upside down. Here you have a small railing. Same here, goes on here like this, and then you just tighten the screw provided here, and then you can mount another filter onto this one, so you can flip this one up when not in use and flip the other one on. So this filter is mostly, or it's always practical whenever you go for a dive. You know you're going to take some underwater pictures, you know you want to take some pictures above water, photographing as well. And the plus side with this one is that you can use, instead of pulling off the filter, you know, you have the polarizing filter or you have the red filter, instead of pulling it off the camera every time and sticking in your pocket, maybe have it in a plastic bag or whatever, you can just flip this off and no filter. And whenever you go below water again, you just flip them back. Really convenient instead, and the same goes for, instead of having 3 filters in your pocket, in a plastic bag, or, you know, inconvenient stuff. You can at least have 2 filters on the camera at all times, and when not used, you just flip them to the side. I find that really convenient. So when I'm going to dive now, I'm actually going out next week, I'm going to have a test of the filters, make a small review, and you will see the videos on my channel shortly. And this is my homemade dive rig, which I'm going to use for stabilizing. It's pretty simple. It's just a GoPro mount on the top or on the bottom. It's made out of acrylic glass, 2 bicycle handles, and a few nuts. So really simple, but it seems to be as good as any other dive rigs actually. Just need a little sandpaper to brush off the sides so it doesn't puncture my dry suit. Same goes for the sides, and yeah, basically just screw the bolts in and off you go. Just remember to bring your filters and whatever, if not you're going to have a really green or bluish footage, and it will be really hard to color correct that afterwards. And here we go, here's the house. As I said, I have looked at the tutorial provided by Backscatter one time. So we will see how easy it is to install this. There we go. And here we have the flip system, which goes on top. And I guess we need this ring here. Yeah, that's correct. So, not sure if it's backwards or which way it's supposed to be, but as you can see, I just put on this, which fits the Hero 4 housing which is basically the same, or maybe exactly the same as the Hero 3 Plus. So let's see how this works. Maybe the opposite way. No, actually you can't fit it the opposite way. So let's go with this direction. Thick side going inwards, and then it should be as easy as push. Yep. And here you can see that the side is actually touching the frame itself, or the housing. The flips comes up, and we can see that we have a pretty snug fit right here. So let's just see if we can get this approximately straight. Yep. Nice. We have the Allen wrenches. There was 3 provided with the combo pack. Not sure how many is included in the regular pack, but alright. It's only 2 wrenches really. These ones are exactly the same, so we can put this one aside and use these 2. So let's see, there was 1 screw included, and this seems to be the one for the top. Or is it? No, it isn't. Let's keep that one as at the side and use the small Allen wrench to flip this here. As I said, it's not contest, just get it snug. And this seems to be pretty stuck. I can't seem to pull it off by normal force. I'm not trying to force it off, but just to see. And it seems snug. It really does. Here's how it looks. Front side, filter is up, and then we close it. Looks like this. You can see it sticks out to the side, which I guess is completely okay depending on your setup, your mount, or whatever. But that you can see, as you can see, the filter flips to the side, and it's not in the way directly, and it seems to stop here. And here is just loose all the way until you come here. Just a small way to push it through, and clack. So let's try to install the top side of this one. As you can see, the filters have 2 holes, which I guess is going to go right on here. So let's try to take off the screws and assemble 1 filter. On my upcoming dive, I'm going to go on the deep waters, so I will use the red filter, which is 50 plus feet, and then I'm going to use the dive one on the primary on the side here, which is 20 to 50 feet, which is 6 to 15 meters approximately. So let's see what you want, and as you can see here, there is a small text stating which filter it is, and this text you want to keep outwards. So just like this. So it is going to be fitted like this, and you have the text for the filter outwards, so it is convenient to see. So let's go ahead, install this, take the Allen wrench, install the screws. You don't want to go all the way on the first screw before you have the second screw installed. It's just a general rule for all installs. So here we go. Here we have both screws installed. Get a snug fit, and you just tighten them just a little for security. There we go. Seems nice. All right. So we will install this one on the top here. Let's see how. All right. So actually, this small slider, as you can see right there, together with this slider right here, goes really good together. So when mounting it, it's actually getting stuck by itself right here. That's nice, but I guess we need to install a screw as well. Wouldn't go diving without it. We'll be losing our filters, which we don't want. So same here, Allen wrench, just kick it in, do a small tightening, there we go. And here we have two filters together. Whoa. Alright, there's a, with this one as well, let's do this. Here there is a lock, so that doesn't happen, you know, juke. You don't want that to just go off like that. So if you're not using the top filter, just click it in place, put on the filter in front, and switch fast and easy like this. And here as well there's a click, and now this one is stuck. Actually not stuck, but it's pretty stable on the side, so it doesn't come around and ruin your picture. Let's pull off these tabs. Alright, there we go. As you can see, there is a filter. Oh, seems nice. Right. Doesn't look that good above water, like now, but I guess underwater it will make the color corrections pretty good. So, for this one as well, and let's have a look at the color. There we go. Here we have red, which is for deep dives, and you have the let's see, dive, which is for 20 to 50 feet. Since I never snorkel or stay at the surface that much, I will, just guessing here, but never use the shallow one, which is for 5 to 20 feet and recommended for snorkeling. In those 0 to 6 meters, there is not that much color differences. It's like there might be some distortions in the colors, but you don't need a color correction filter as much as when you go below it. Let's say 12 meters, 15 meters, 30 meters or whatever. But here's how the shallow one looks. It's still a really harsh correction. If you compare these two, which is for the shallow and dive. There we go. It's really not that much of a difference, but we have the shallow and dive. So yeah, this one I will be putting aside. I'm not going to use it. And now my question is, what is this? Flip filters. Some decal, maybe? Yeah. Yes, it's just some provided commercial for the system, so you can put it on somewhere. Not sure where, but so look at the manual, maybe it says something. Alright, so this is actually for whenever you don't use the top filter. This will be in place of, instead of the top hinge. So yeah, just put it on there, and just for looking nice, I guess, or yeah, just look good. So that was basically it. I do recommend both the seller at Amazon for providing me with these. As I said, the price of this one was $134 US, free shipping if you are inside of UK. If you were to be localized as me in Sweden, your total will go on $175.95 US, so $176 US. It was actually pretty, I'm not sure, the shipping and handling fee was quite rough at $41 US, or $42 US actually. I think that was pretty hard just for the international shipments, which is to Sweden. But you know, DHL, everything. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you for my next show off or unpacking, or maybe even a tutorial. Next time we will be having a look at the Suunto D6 dive watch together with the sender for the scuba tank. So on this watch you will get the gauge pressure, you will get the time, you will get a lot of nifty features like a small compass, and yeah, it's a really good dive computers. I do recommend it, and I'll go through it on the next video. Again, thank you for watching, and have a nice evening.